Hey there, I'm Felicia from We Buy Your Land for Cash. Today I wanted to go over the differences and kind of make a comparison between listing your land with an agent, listing it yourself, or selling it to an investor like my team here, my company at We Buy Your Land for Cash. So we're just going to look side by side, a couple different categories. And before we get started, whether your land is in a buyer or a seller's market, you always have options for when you're ready to sell. Selling directly, so that means kind of to an investor, can help you reach your real estate goals without the costs and hassles of an agency. An agent might promise you a higher and often overinflated price, which you have no guarantee of getting. And even if you do secure a higher sales price, it doesn't necessarily mean you will be taking more cash home. After you factor in the commissions, taxes, fees, and the time it will take to sell, you might find the more lucrative option for you is to sell directly. So let's look at listing it with an agent first. Commission fees, you can expect 10 to 20%. That includes, of course, your agent's commission, administrative costs, stuff like that. The closing cost is paid by you. That's an additional 2%. And the showings should be handled by the real estate agent. I would hope that's what they're working for their commission. The average number of days until it is sold, plus minus 151. That comes from realtor.com data. But of course, there are outliers that sell after one day. And then there are outliers in the other direction that have been listed for years at a time and are just sitting, rotting away on the MLS. Closing date, you can expect 30 to 60 days after the agent has found someone, they've found a buyer, and you have accepted their buyer's offer. Time invested by you, months, years, it really depends how long it takes you to find a good realtor, how long it takes for that realtor to sell the property. Improvement and maintenance costs depends on the land's condition. If there's, let's say, a half-broken fence surrounding your property and the realtor finds a buyer, but the buyer's stipulation is that they want that fence taken down, well, now that's out of your pocket to take that fence down before the sale goes through. Outstanding property taxes and past dues, you are responsible for paying that before the property is sold. So that's kind of this situation if you choose to sell your land through a real estate agent. Another option is to list the land yourself. And what does that look like? That's kind of a cloudy area for a lot of people. So there are no commissions, obviously. You are working for yourself, listing that out, but other fees would include any marketing costs, getting the property on the MLS, getting the property on land selling websites. You're paying for all of that out of pocket. The closing costs are also paid by you. And again, that's around 2%. The number of showings, now because you aren't using a real estate agent, you have to handle the showings. So that means anytime someone wants to look at the property, you're either guiding them to it, giving them directions, meeting them there. You're kind of doing all of that on the ground work. Average days until sold, again, we're going to use that 151 days from realtor.com data. But we have the outliers either way. Like you might find someone tomorrow who wants to buy the property, or it could take you 2 years to find a good buyer. Closing date depends. You would have to decide on a day that works both for you and for the buyer that you have found. Time invested, months or years. Again, it could go either way. Improvement and maintenance costs depends on the land's condition. Very similar situation to a realtor. If there is a broken fence, if there is a tiny little tool shed that is a bit of an eyesore, they might say, yeah, I'll buy your property, but that's all got to get cleaned up before I send any money. Well, now you are paying to clean that up, or you're doing the work yourself. Outstanding property taxes and past dues, you are on the hook for that as well. So there are a lot of similarities between these two situations. And there's a third option, of course, is to sell it directly to investors like myself, my team here at We Buy Your Land for Cash. So what does that situation look like? So commissions and fees, 0. We don't charge any commissions, no fees. The cash offer is what you go home with. Who pays closing costs? We do. So you pay zero closing costs for you. We take care of those. We take that on for you. Showings that you have to deal with, 0. You're selling it to us directly, so you don't need to worry about any showings, giving people directions, anything like that. Average days until sold, we can get you a cash offer in less than 4 business days, normally. So once you have that cash offer, we can close directly within a couple of days and get you cash in hand. We can also close through a title company, and if you choose that route, we're looking at 20 to 30 days for close or until sold. Closing date, you can choose. If you are thinking, I have like a vacation coming up, I want it done before that, no problem. We can be very flexible with the closing date to make it work for your schedule. Time invested by you, none. We do all of the work. We pay for everything on our end. So really you just need to decide if it's a good solution for you, good solution for your land problem, and that's it. Improvements and maintenance costs, none. We buy your land as is. We won't ask you to go fix up the shed, give it a new coat of paint or anything like that. Outstanding property taxes and past dues, we would cover all of that. We try to cover all of the outstanding taxes and dues so that you're not asked to put any more money out of your pocket. We're trying to put money into your pocket, not take it out. So we try to cover as much of the outstanding taxes and dues that we can. So really you need to do the math, see what makes sense for you and your situation. Getting an offer from my company, We Buy Your Land for Cash, 0 obligation from you. We're not going to hassle you to make a decision. We're just going to get you that offer and you decide if you want to take it or leave it. Selling directly does offer you a bunch of benefits that agents are not able to provide. One of those being a fast close. So you can walk away with cash in hand in about 2 weeks. You can stop paying property taxes right now instead of months down the road when the property closes via an agent. And you get to put delinquent taxes behind you. Why would you keep paying, a small fortune as the years go by on land that you aren't using? Wouldn't you rather put that cash in your pocket, use it for something that you'll get more value out of? Our mission here at We Buy Your Land for Cash is to make the process fast and easy. We want to pay you a fair price for land you are not using. Before you commit to an agent, do the math and think about all the time and energy you will be saving by selling directly. When you work with We Buy Your Land for Cash, the process is completely hassle-free. There are no commissions or fees that you would face if selling the traditional route. You can call or text us to get a free cash offer on your vacant land, 313-307-6737, or hop onto our website and fill out the short form and we can get you a cash offer via email. I'll make sure to put the link in the description of this video for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Do you own land? What do you love? What do you hate about it? Let us know. I love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We do lots of land blog videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.